Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and this is my first part of the Not So Berry challenge, kind of. I'm just going to be showing you guys my CAS and the house build that I built for the first generation of the challenge. If you don't know about the Not So Berry challenge, I'm sure you do because it's everywhere, but if you don't know, you can check that out on Little Simsy's Tumblr, where she posts her rules and everything. But I'll go ahead and just kind of go over the basic rules and the first generation. So the basic rules is each heir must represent the color in some way, whether that's the hair, the makeup, the clothing, but brightly colored skin is not necessary. And the colors of the spouses don't really matter as they're not really part of the challenge. Money cheats can be used, but not excessively. You may live wherever you please unless it's specified in the rules of the generation. And of course, she asked to share, whatever with her. So the first generation is Generation Mint. So they're supposed to be a mischievous scientist that really loves the color mint. They're career driven, but still make time for silly pranks and outings with your closest friends. You love luxury and want the best for yourself and your family. The traits are vegetarian, jealous, and materialistic. And the aspiration is chief of mischief, career scientist. So the main rules of this part in Generation 1 is to master the science career, master mischief and logic skills, and complete the elements collection. So this here is Ethan, and I'm pretty sure I changed his last name to something else, but I noticed that everyone who's doing this challenge has female Sims. Not that that really matters, but I thought it might be fun because, I don't know, this challenge is all about just doing things that you don't normally play with in the game, and I don't normally play with male Sims. They're kind of like an afterthought or like supporting roles in whatever I'm doing. So so I thought it might be fun to just kind of play with a male Sim as the first generation and to see how that goes. But he's pretty good looking, I think, and I like how he turned out. I didn't want to go too literal with the mint, so he kind of just has, touches of mint in his clothing and also in his house, which you'll see in a little bit. But I asked Always Simming if colored hair was a requirement, and she told me that it wasn't. It was just kind of, suggested. But yeah, so I just went with light green eyes, and for his house, I wanted it to be very modern and very kind of industrial in a way. So that's kind of what I was thinking, because he's supposed to be a scientist guy, so I imagine that this would be the house that I would want if I was a scientist. But I think it turned out really well, and I like how it's kind of coming about as far as the gameplay goes. I've only recorded one episode so far, and I probably won't make it into like a scheduled let's play. I think I'm going to just play with it when I have time or just in my free time, and then upload it whenever I can. So it'll just be at random probably. So I'm a little late to the Not So Berry game, and that's okay though. I've had a lot on my plate so far, so I've just kind of been trying to get ahead on my regular channel stuff. So I had some free time today, and I wanted to show you guys how I built his house and him, so you can get an idea of where I'm going with it. Because I think I posted a picture of Ethan on Twitter like some time ago, and it's been a while, so yeah, I was like, it's about time to at least post his house build and his CAS. So I hope you guys enjoy it. At this point, I ended up rebuilding the main structure of the house because I wasn't really happy with how I had laid it out at first. And I think that this is a much better layout for the house, and it also allowed me to have space to put a observatory actually on the house. So yeah, and I did mention this in the first episode, which you'll probably hear later on, but I do need, or I would like rather, Sims to put in this world, in the town, so I can have some nice townies for him to meet and be mischievous too. So if you'd like to make a sim or a few sims that I can place in the world, that would be amazing and I would greatly appreciate it. You can use the hashtag Irrelephantsims or Irrelephant7 or not so Irreli. I'll figure out a hashtag for you guys to use so that I can find it. So there's the observatory. I think that's pretty cool, especially for a scientist, you know. And I really love how modern it is, and surprisingly, there are quite a few minty decor items that made sense not only for the career that he's in, but just for the challenge itself that I really liked, that are a little more masculine in aesthetic. So in the first episode, I just basically went around town meeting a few of the regular townies, trying to level up my mischief, and I also just got the scientist career, so I haven't actually gone to the laboratory yet. That'll probably be the next episode after that. But yeah, and it was also suggested to me some time ago to rebuild the scientist's laboratory, and I think that's a really good idea, especially since I'm doing this challenge. So I'm going to try and do that soon, hopefully, and I'll see how that goes, because I think I have to cheat somewhat to get in there and actually change the laboratory, since it's a hidden lot. But I'll try it and I'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out or whatever, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I'm really excited to start the challenge. I know I think it's really overdone at this point. There's only a few people that I watch that actually do the challenge, but I don't know. I've had like a streak of LPs that I've just kind of like abandoned because either I wasn't really enjoying them or I didn't know really where to go with it. So I just kind of abandoned them. But I'm hoping that because this is already so structured that it'll kind of get me in a good place for an LP that's not the Goth family, because with the Goth family I already have like a emotional attachment to that family, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, I'm hoping that this LP, this challenge, will be really good for me. And like I said before, you know, the main point of it is to do things in the game that you normally don't play with, and I really like that idea. So yeah, so here I'm just doing his bedroom, and I really liked all the little touches of mint here and there. I think that some of the stuff isn't technically mint, it kind of borderline is teal or a little more green, but I don't know. I liked it though, and I really like the shape of the house. It's really different. So the other generations, Generation 2 is Rose, which I'm kind of excited about because you have to leave someone at the altar, which I've never done. I didn't even know you could do that. Generation 3 is Yellow, so it's kind of another nerdy generation in which the aspiration is nerd brain and the career is astronaut, and you have to master the rocket science career, which is the skill, I think it is. It's not really a career, but that's pretty cool. Generation 4 is Gray. and the career is athletic. Have family movie night with your spouse and children every Sunday. That's really funny. Have 3 failed relationships before finding spouse. Marry a neat sim. I love these rules. They're so funny. Generation 5 is plum. And it looks like you need to be in the fast food career, doctor, and entertainer. Must live at least 3 different worlds over the course of your life. Okay, so it's not like all at the same time. Generation 6 is orange. Master baking and charisma skills. Insist on being evil. Claim to be criminal mastermind, but nobody believes you, not even your own children. Generation 7 is pink. Looks like this one is being an author and being in the gardening, having gardening skill, quit day job as an adult to pursue dreams. Yeah, I haven't really, I skimmed over it before, but I haven't really looked at the generations in detail until now. Okay, so there's 10 generations overall, and it looks like each one is pretty unique as far as the rules go and what you have to achieve. So yeah, I'm super excited. I think that this is a really thought out challenge. So thank you to Lil Simsy and Always Simming for working on such a cool challenge for all of us to do. And yeah, I think that challenges are really nice, especially in the Sims community, because you can all do the same things, but it all turns out differently. It's kind of like if you're in a room full of painters and, you tell people, oh, paint a flower, and everyone paints something different. I think it's kind of similar in that way. But yeah, I really like this, and have I told you that I'm excited yet? So here I'm just doing the bathroom for Ethan. I really love this double shower that's completely glass. It's by Peacemaker, and Peacemaker is amazing at everything he does. And I'm super excited also for his new set that he just came out with. It's like a mid-century bedroom set, which is so perfect because the new bowling set comes out on Wednesday. So yes, I'm probably gonna get it right when it releases. I'm really excited about it. Mid-century modern type things are my absolute favorite. So just adding some science-y, nerdy type stuff to his office area. And I think that even though it's a little bit small, it's pretty open as far as the layout goes. The kitchen down here is open completely to the living room area and the dining room. So yeah. And I actually really liked these mint countertops with the black cabinets on top. I think that looks really cool. So now I'm working on the living room area, and I used the I think it's technically I don't know, I don't think it's a dresser. I think it's just a console or whatever, but I used the minty one from Get to Work to go under the TV, which I think looked really nice. And, just adding a few little minty items here and there. And I knew I definitely needed a record player. It's one of my favorite things that I have at CC. And then at this point, I realized, oh, I kind of need a bathroom down here. Loved this. I put the record player inside of a dresser, or I don't know if it's technically a dresser, but you can barely see the legs on the bottom. I did this in my dream home build, but if you use the move object sheets and you have the record player, you can just kind of sit it on top of the display or the media console, And it looks like it's just a record player sitting on top, which is kind of cool. And I love these pillows so much. I think the patterns are really cute. And yeah, but we're almost done with the house, I believe. And I'm excited to show you guys episode 1, which I'm not sure when it will be up, but it will be up soon, I promise. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little speed build and the cast of Ethan, and I'm excited to start it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!